Shalom, shalom. Good afternoon. Ambassador Gilad Ardan and Consul General Asaf Zamir, Chair of the World Zionist Organization, Yaakov Chagoel, Mayors from Israel, Israel Gantz, Shlomo Neeman, and Aliza Bloch, Chair of Besheva, Dudu Saada, Uzi Baruch, CEO of Arutz Sheva, distinguished guests. It is wonderful to be here with you at this first Besheva Jerusalem conference here in New York. I just came from the Celebrate Israel parade. It is incredible to see Americans and Israelis marching together, side by side, waving Israeli flags, New York dressed for one day, blue and white, proudly celebrating the Jewish state of Israel. Especially at this time, this show of support is more important than ever. When Israel is challenged by terror attacks, Israelis need to know that the support for the Jewish state is not just at home, but also across the sea, and that there are many around the world who are looking towards Israel and praying for the safety of Jerusalem. As a Minister of Aliyah and Integration, representing the Olim, who is Israel's founding, have played a central role in building our state. My answer to all those who seek to threaten or to attack Israel are the plans of Olim who land in Ben Gurion and continue to realize the 2,000-year-old dream of returning to Zion. Israel will always be the safe and the secure homeland of the Jews from all over the world. Indeed, we are now in the middle of national operation called Olim Habaita, which began with the Russian invasion of Ukraine, an operation to rescue our brothers and sisters from Ukraine and to bring them home to safety in Israel. Last month, I visited Ukraine with my friend Yaakov Chagoel and other people. It was deeply moving to meet the Olim on their way to Israel, accompanied by the Israeli shlichim. Thank God, we have already absorbed more than 20,000 new Olim Chadashim from Ukraine, and it is a very huge achievement. And we will continue day and night overseas and in Israel to ensure that everyone who wants to make Aliyah can. These circumstances surrounding the Aliyah from Ukraine especially touch my heart. When I made Aliyah as a small child of 3 in 1984, as a part of Operation Moses, my family and I were also refugees for a time in Sudan. What gave us strength during that difficult time was the dream of Jerusalem, dream reaching Jerusalem. Not just Jerusalem, the city, but Jerusalem, the idea. For us, every part of Israel is Jerusalem, the seat of King David, the land of our foreign fathers, the site of the temple, the beating heart of our nation, the promised land of Am Israel. Each and every child from the Jewish community in Ethiopia, Beta Israel, grew up with this idea. As a child, we used to sing, Jerusalem keduswa ketema, Salaish al-Karim, Bamlak Heil Ndegena in Amharic. Holy Jerusalem, I pray that I not die, until I see you through the strength of God. And we walk after the dream of Jerusalem, across deserts and all dangers of our long journey. On Jerusalem Day next week, we will also mark the National Day to remember those who died on the way to Israel through Sudan. On my first day as a minister of Aliyah, I saw before me all those who lost their life to realize the dream of Jerusalem. Our generation is very fortunate to live in Israel, to live in Jerusalem. And we are continue Aliyah with all our energy. It is wonderful to see that the number of Olim is growing. Over the last 3 years, over 80,000 people have made Aliyah from all over the world. It is a big city in Israel, and it is especially heartwarming to see that Jerusalem is one of the leading cities absorbing new immigrants. While we respect the choice, of course, of everyone regarding where to live, there is no greater honor than working to answer that Jews everywhere always have a home in Israel. As a minister, I have led many initiatives to encourage Aliyah and to make integration as smooth as possible. My goal is to ensure that everyone that arrived to Israel will receive a warm welcome, enjoy an easy transition, and has all the necessary tools to build a new life in Israel. My ministry, together with the Aliyah organizations, some of them here with us today, including the Jewish Agency and Nefesh B'Nefesh, we all accompany Olim in their first year and throughout their first decade in Israel. The policy and the measures that I am leading, including increasing the budget for Olim, strengthening the Aliyah promotion and preparation programs, passing governmental decisions to remove obstacles for doctors and medical professionalities, advising a government plan to support engineers and high-tech workers who want to join the startup nation, and protecting the right of lone soldiers and more. We have focused on Aliyah from every part of the globe, east and west, north and south, including returning thousands of family members from Ethiopia, especially children with their that separated from their parents, and enabling hundreds of members of the Bnei Menashe from India to come to Israel. And as I have mentioned, we are in the middle of national operation to rescue our brother and sister from Ukraine. All these efforts led this past year to a record year for Aliyah, more than any year over the past 2 decades. 42,000 new immigrants arrived to Israel in the last year. At the same time as we promote Aliyah, the government of Israel has set as a central goal to continue to strengthen our ties with the Jewish communities around the world, and especially with the American Jewish community. Our destinies are bound together as one people. I want to express my deepest gratitude to the member of the Jewish community here in the United States, to the leaders of the Jewish organizations. We do not take for granted your support, your activities, and our relationship. Even now, You are the best and the natural partners in the operation to rescue, as I said, our brother and sister from Ukraine and also from Ethiopia. I want to take this opportunity and to thank also to Besheva for organizing this important conference. בשנה הבאה עוד הפעם. And next week, we will celebrate Jerusalem Day, our internal, undivided capital. And I look forward to seeing you all next year or maybe next week in Jerusalem הבנויה. Thank you very much.